So hello guys, today now marks the end of day one. In this day I think if I had to define this day by one single highlight, that would be Mr. Ramon. So this incident made me realize how small the world really is. So I met a trek leader on the way. They were telling, okay, we'll pick up a trek leader while we are on the way. And then I was like, okay. And while picking up, I noticed that, okay, Mr. Ramon, that's a very specific name. Second, this is a voice I've heard a lot of times. Then I realized that it's actually my teacher who taught me CA for CA intercosting. And I got very good marks in that too because of them. So, coincidences do happen like this, and I'm very happy for it. Also, another thing, it seems like we are expecting snow while we are reaching Har-ki-dun ruins Sara Valley. Pretty excited for it because this would be the first trek where I'll be seeing the snow. Of course, I had snow before, but snow on a trek is a different thing. That was what I feel. Everybody's pretty excited for it. Let's see how it goes. Hello guys, day 2 is completed. And what a wonderful day. This is the day where we actually started trekking. And this should have been a very simple day. And it was a very simple day where, instructions was given, we'll be doing this, and even late, we even started trekking very late, and we reached the campsite early too. So if you see from the technical standpoint, it was a very easy day. But was it an easy day for me? No, not at all, because first what happened was I realized the weight of my bag, wherein the bag I'm carrying was actually 2 bags under one, so it felt like it was 15 to 20 kgs because of the camera that you are seeing right now. And I was having a severe migraine because I didn't have good sleep for 2 to 3 days. So it made what should have been an easy day a very good day for me, because it made me realize how important health is, and mountains have a very easy way of humbling you. Mountains are saying, hey, watch your health, that's the most important thing. So I think that makes up for the whole day. Other than that, my simple observations were like, I saw a shop when I was halfway through hiking, and I was thinking, I'm trying my best, everything and giving, and I'm coming to this this area where this guy has set up a whole shop. Who would have thought that, huh? Like, it's crazy. Like, so we are coming with one backpack to that. This guy has set up the whole shop there. It's crazy to even think about that. So that was also a very humbling experience. So for one time you're coming and you think this is difficult. See this guy has done it like thousands of times already. And so we have reached this wonderful, I think I'll call this village a 3-hour electricity village, Gangad. It has a wonderful way of life here. There is no internet. You'll also see how the people look. They look wonderful. They are actually happy inside. So these kinds of experiences do give a very good perspective to life. I think that's it for day 2. Today, I think this marks the completion of day 3. We are in the evening of day 3. Today morning we started trekking. I think today was a very simple day. So there wasn't that much. We are at the campsite, and now we are seeing Kedarkanta here. Beautiful day, very simple day. I don't think that nothing happened actually. We were just walking. We had some food. That's it. A very simple day to end. Hello guys. So day 4 is done, and it was a magical day today. We went to Har-ki-dun. Now we are at the camp, Bosflo camp, and it was a wonderful day, guys. I think this day was defined by 2 major things, okay? First one, it was reaching the Har-ki-dun. I think I'll remember Har-ki-dun for one sentence. Time flies. Time flies like anything. When I went to Har-ki-dun, when I saw the peak, when I saw the river, time just flew. I didn't even know I was walking. When I got the camera, I started running to take the photo. That was the enthusiasm I was with. I'm still with, full of energy because of what happened today at Har-ki-dun. And as if it wasn't enough, mountain gods decided, chalo, let's add something to this and let's add snowfall to this. And wow, snowfall was wonderful today. That's why I'm shooting it a little late today, as you can see. You know, today while coming down, as 1 kilometer before reaching Posloka camp, we had wonderful snowfall. And the snowfall kept coming again and again and again. So it was as if the thermocol was falling down with, some weight to it. And seeing them in your hands, it's a magical feeling, guys. It's a magical feeling. Thoroughly a wonderful day. It was as if yesterday was there to prepare us for today. I'm full of energy, guys. And that's it for. Hello guys, we have reached the base camp called Swarnadhara. That means Boulder River just flowing besides us. It's a beautiful base camp, and I think this day where we trekked was the most scenic day. Everywhere we went, the first we started with the forest. The forest was full of luscious green patches, the birds just chirping. It didn't feel like a trek. It felt like we were just a very small part of a very big nature, and it felt like I wanted to be there forever. That was the experience in the mountains. And then we started trekking, and what a wonderful view. I think this view that we saw today during the tea break even rivaled Har-ki-dun. That's how good it was. So this was the most scenic day, and this was the best part of the day. But yesterday night was the worst. Yesterday night we slept in this cold atmosphere. It was sub-zero, and my sleeping bag, it was not getting warm since I didn't close it properly, my fault. And yeah, I didn't get good enough sleep. And even today, because today was the most beautiful day, I wanted to stay there forever. So this was the hardest day that I had to face. So I think it's a paradigm shift wherein it's a very beautiful day, but it's a very difficult day matched together. Day 6 was the day when we visited Ruinsara Valley and then came to a mountainous terrain to camp for the end of the day called Desu. This was the most difficult day by far, not just because it was physically demanding. It was very physically demanding, around 9 to 10 hours of pure trekking. This is excluding the breaks, like lunch breaks, breakfast break and everything. 9 to 10 hours of pure trekking, and it was not a very easy terrain. It was a difficult terrain where going to Ruinsara Valley we took a path where there was a landslide and we had to go up and down. There are some people who could not even look down while climbing up. That was the difficulty of the trek that we faced that day. And it was not just that. 6 hours of going to the Ruinsara Valley and coming back, and then starting in the afternoon at around 2 and reaching to another camp called Desu by evening 5. So, whole in all, it was a very difficult day. And it was difficult for me, not just physicality. What I explained was the physicality of it, the mental part. Why it was very difficult for me is Ruinsara, going to the Ruinsara and coming back from the Ruinsara Valley, it was not that difficult for me. But this day 6 was when my camera battery got out. I was at the Ruinsara Valley taking pictures of the Ruinsara Valley at the end point. At almost the summit point, it was around 11,800 feet. Yeah, and suddenly from 2 points in the battery life it goes down to red color and gone. I took just one video or one photo and boom, it was gone. So I was a little bummed about that, but thankfully now looking back at it, I took whatever was necessary. I mean, I could have done very few things after that. Like 99% I took what could have been taken. And then the biggest struggle for me on this day 6 was the 2 to 5, the 3-hour journey back to this mountainous terrain camp called Desu. So the scenery was amazing. After getting to the camp, the scenery it was so good that even after the most difficult day, we were so energized that we started playing frisbee. We started playing a lot of different games. We reached there by 5 o'clock. 5:30, we finished our tea breaks. We had our snacks. So we were up for a game because of how beautiful the scenery was, how natural the air was. Day 7, where this was the last day where we trekked for a whole day. This was from Devsu to a village near Taluka, 5 kilometers from Taluka, and this is the longest trek. So we trekked for 15 kilometers, but honestly it didn't feel like 15 kilometers. The drive was so easy, but more than it being easy, I think what made it easy was the spectacular views. We were at the start we were blessed with this marvelous view of the snowy mountains and the pink blossoms. Just seeing the view, we were so fascinated by the nature that we started walking on our own. So this was the day where I decided to stay at last, because I think I enjoyed staying at last more than being in the middle of it. This day was not only easy, but I observed a lot of things. So the first thing was, this was the day when suddenly rhodos decided, hey, let's bloom. And this was not a season where rhodos normally bloom. And seeing a rhodo bloom, it was white and purplish in color, and it was stunning. I started observing these little things. And during the forest section, it made me feel like I was one with the nature. I was moving closer and closer to the nature. Just walking through them, just felt like life should be as simple as that. Life is just full of experiences, and just keep on walking. Regarding internet, 7 days, these whole 7 days of pure trekking, we didn't have a single network coverage. BSNL, Airtel, Jio, whatever network we made fast, there was literally no network. And this was when I realized how much mental energy goes into having control over internet. So of course I had control over the internet. I knew what I was doing. I was studying, I was doing all sorts of things with the internet, and I was being ever present in the internet. But during these 7 days, after these 7 days, it felt like I was spending too much energy on the internet. Life was simple. Life was full of experiences. Spend as little time as you want on the internet, and get to the experiences fast. Don't just mull over the internet. Don't just wait for things to happen in the internet. Rather than take information from the internet and do it. And that's what I took away from it, because with being ever present on the internet, for me it took away my peace of mind. I feel with this time, after experiencing this, I know how good peace of mind feels like, and I want to keep it that way. This is what the one takeaway I wanted to share. And next is regarding planning of the trek. So why I did even Har-ki-dun, how it all started. It felt like a good amount of change that was required. Everything was going good. So it felt like a mark where I could establish, and then you can start having another phase. Starting new, you can buy, I think the best place to buy for any trekker would be Decathlon. Go to Decathlon and you can buy the itinerary list that I'll be sharing down below. An Excel file I'll be sharing. Do download that if you want to know what are all the things that you need to buy for going on trip. Buy or whatever it is. What you have to carry on your rucksack bag while you are trekking.